We're going to be joined now by one of my favorite players back in the day, 14-year NBA veteran, two-time NBA champion, and a man who's been through a lot, who's been from darkness to light, like his new memoir, which is on bookshelves, Darkness to Light, a memoir talks about. Lamar Odom, thanks for being here, man.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
The book is scathingly candid. It's very honest. It walks all of us through some very difficult times for you. Congratulations on sobriety, and just how are you doing in life? How are you?
Well, I'm healthy and I'm happy. I'm a walker in miracle and a testimony there is a God.
The book is remarkably honest, from the anecdote about very specifically how you were able to get around drug testing for the Olympics to moments in your marriage that obviously were less than ideal for your wife at the time. Why, Lamar, why the honesty? Why the brutal candor in the book?
Well, why not? It's been my life. My life has been filled with triumph, ups and downs. But for the most part, it was therapeutic for me to tell this story.
I have loved ones and friends who have battled this kind of addiction. Some have been able, like you, to come out on the right side. Some have not. That's the nature of it. And for those folks who have gone through these things, they talk about learning a lot about themselves and learning a lot about who their friends really are. What lessons did you learn about who you are and about the people you can actually trust through this journey?
Oh well, I've learned that my will is stronger than I give myself credit for. And of course, being an addict and an addict that's trying to stay sober, me picking the people that are close to me is really serious, something I take really serious, because in some cases, as of with mine, I was like starting to become the company that I was keeping.
People talk about the need sometimes, or if I don't know if it's to benefit Lamar, but bottoming out and how that can help. How did your turnaround occur? Was it a moment of darkness? How did you get to this point where you've written this book and you're talking about life on the better side of what you've been through?
Well, I think my daughter giving me the option to go choose rehab or talk to her. And then, of course, I always want to be the best Lamar Odom. And so I thought seeking help will help me reach that plateau.
That's incredible, man. I want to ask you a little bit about basketball. Obviously, you spent in your incredible NBA career 7 of those seasons with the Lakers, and it certainly seems like a time of chaos for that organization right now with everything that's been going on. What do you make of what's going on with that Lakers team right now?
I mean, I don't really know what's going on with the organization, but just from looking from afar, it just seems like they need consistent leadership, and the leader of the Lakers, in order for the Lakers to be successful, I think you have to look at them as just a brand. And hopefully, if they can get back to the family atmosphere, then I think everything will be all right.
Lamar, I like Jeannie Buss a lot, but I certainly have never had access to her like you did. You were around that organization. You played for that team, critical part of those championships. Yeah. Do you have any perspective or insight on what kind of an owner you think Jeannie can be based on your time around her?
Well, I would say one thing. I know she loves that team just as much as her father loved that team, and they're gonna switch it around soon, because LA is not gonna accept a mediocre product.
Yeah, no doubt. And obviously you were part of a back-to-back NBA championship team. And I think maybe people don't understand how hard it is to win one, let alone two in a row. And obviously the Warriors now trying to be back-to-back-to-back NBA champions. Can you give us some insight on just the difficulty of trying to win a second NBA championship?
If you've never played sports or sports professionally, I can't even you can't even fathom how hard it is to win an NBA championship, because to win a championship, you see all the highlights and the good things, but we all know in any family atmosphere, everything is not always hunky-dory, and so that's why I commend the Golden State Warriors, because they've been able to go through so much with the Draymond Green and Kevin Durant, and me thinking like an analyst that didn't know anything about Golden State's locker room or even about the man. I thought DeMarcus Cousins was gonna be a distraction to them, but I mean they just overcome everything, and I mean they were down 3 times. They were down 17 points to Portland. So if you don't like them, you have to respect the Golden State Warriors and how they go about being a team. And it's for me, in my years of watching playoff basketball, not being in it, but watching, I would say they're probably the most dominant team that I can remember, besides the Chicago Bulls, just like where they're real serious, man. I commend them.
That is real praise. What is your, a lot of talk right now about where Steph Curry ranks in the game all time. What do you make of Steph and his place in basketball?
I mean, well, Steph is definitely has a place in basketball. Arguably, he's the best shooter ever, the best shooting guard ever. The only person that I can imagine shooting anywhere like him is Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf. You're talking about shooting the ball from a set shot position and then off the dribble like Steph Curry can shoot it. I only think of 2 people. I mean, Larry Bird maybe, but I can't really remember Larry Bird shooting the ball off the dribble as much as Steph. And but he's one of the all-time greats at the point guard position, without a doubt.
I had this debate with actually an NBA with a Lakers source the other day, and I know it's a hard question to answer, but if you had to pick one guy higher on that all-time list, Kobe Bryant or Steph Curry, who for you would get the nod?
What? What's your question?
Who's the better player, Kobe Bryant or Steph Curry?
Come on, man. Kobe Bryant is the best player of my generation. That's easy. And Steph Curry probably would tell you the same thing. I seen Kobe Bryant hit 9 game-winning shots in one season.
All right, love it. Hey, before I let you go, I got to ask you about the big 3. We had Gilbert Arenas on the show last week. You're a co-captain with Gilbert. We love the big 3 here on the show. Yeah. Love the product. Why the big 3, and how's it feel to be back in the game?
I mean, well, of course, I love basketball. Big 3 is fast, is action paced, and for a man who's overcome being in a coma, and my memory has really suffered the most. So like remembering plays, it's probably not my strength right now. And I would say the big 3, just get up and just picking up and playing like you're in the park. So for me, it's just easy. It's easy basketball, easy way to help make a living. Why not?
Well, congratulations on that. Congratulations on the book, Darkness to Light, a memoir, and the ability, as you said, for that to be a little therapeutic for you. Very, very cool of you to make some time and to speak so candidly about your life in the book and on the show. Lamar Odom, it was a pleasure. Thanks for being here.
Thanks a lot, boss.